Hi guys, this is the ASMRMedic. I hope you're well. Welcome back to part 2 of the showcasing for my server. We're going to be starting off with Slime & Co, which is Quotient and a few others. Cryptic and NPWA, Honeydew as well now, I believe. They're kind of work sites, one of which is behind me. Going to be looking at a few of their things that I've already recorded, got shown around by Quotient earlier today. So I'll be recording the audio to that separately. I hope that's alright with you guys. And then we'll be moving on to a bunch of other builds that we didn't get to cover in the first part. Hope you enjoy. So I did actually get shown around the massive quarry built by Quotient. I believe he dug this all out himself. Might have had a bit of help from Cryptic at the time, but this was kind of start of this server build, which has now been turned into a slime farm, which kind of gets transported into Nether, which I guess I'll be showing after this. The kind of I get shown around all of that stuff by Quotient himself. So thanks very much for coming along and doing that for me. Very kind of you. And these are all the Nether portals that he's put in the middle. So he had to mine out all this obsidian. It took absolutely ages. I'm not surprised. And yeah, it's an incredibly efficient slime farm, I believe. Yeah, amazing stuff. Right, so we got offered to be shown around the Slime & Co. I guess they're sort of places of work and where they've got the farm set up and all that sort of stuff by Quotient, who I suppose is their CEO. I wouldn't want to sort of start any sort of rivalry between him, Cryptic, NPWA, and Honeydew. But, I'd say he's the most vocal member of the group. And yes, as I said, he's offered to show us around. Now, I'm obviously recording the audio afterwards, just because I had to record this quite early in the morning to catch Quotient before he went off to bed. That's the problem with being in being in North America and in England. That's some of the difficulties that we face. So he's got his Elytra. I'm in creative, just following him around, making it a little bit easier for myself. And I believe we're starting off by checking out his, I guess you call it a tree farm or tree grinder or something. Now I had seen quite a lot about this already on the Discord server, and I have to say it looks amazing. Half the time, 99% of the time, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Now, obviously, feel free to read the little conversation that we're having, where he kind of explains a little bit about. I don't know if it goes into too much technical detail. It's shockingly simple. I myself was surprised when it was so fast to build. Now he's saying that, but I know for sure that this would be truly impossible for me to build. I suppose most of these, they generally speaking, work off quite a simple principle of redstone. So, but when it starts involving slime blocks and all those sort of things, I get very confused. But I'm sort of showing you around. So if you kind of know what you're looking at, you will probably get a sense of how it works. So it says activated when it senses a block. So a grown tree and sends a signal to a TNT duper at the top, which drops a TNT at the exact correct time, which we're going to have a look at in about a couple of minutes, I believe. Or maybe just now. I think it's going to, it sounds dangerous. Yeah, because, I remember seeing that over the course of about an hour or two while he was actually trying to build it. It did take a lot of self-restraint to not get incredibly annoyed every time you try to get the right timing for it to drop down, and then it ends up blowing up half of your work. It really is. I blew this whole thing up a bunch of times, but it should be stable. I'm asking about the rates, just as he was about to demonstrate it for us. But yeah, this sort of stuff I find fascinating. I'm not really sure. I think you just stand there and you just kind of wow. I didn't actually read that in the end, or maybe I did. I couldn't remember. 2,000 plus birch an hour, 14,000 oak per hour. So that's an incredible return, isn't it? Really. So yeah, I guess it kind of plops out. And if you place down the birch sap, presumably you don't, because that would kind of take away from the AFK aspect, and then it just flings bone meal into it, and then it I don't know how these tubers work. I think it's the piston moving the TNT or something like that, but basically I think it means you don't need to keep restocking it with TNT, which is obviously a very expensive item, requires gunpowder, which is not the easiest thing to come by, really. But as you can see, it kind of drops through that trapdoor, just as it opens, it explodes. Any earlier, yeah, I expect it would cause significant damage to the area. But yeah, very cool. That trapdoor is doing a lot of important work. Yeah, it's very true. You can see, I mean, I guess that's why the obsidian kind of surrounds it. Presumably that's, well, obviously it's not possible to break that apart. Now, I think now I've shown, because I'll be showing before their big quarry that they built at the start of when the server was opened, really. And now we're kind of moving on to, I guess we're actually seeing where underneath that kind of plate of end stone that they have in the quarry, where all of those portals are, we're seeing the other side of it. So I believe that Quotient, as you're in creative, you need to, I guess I could have spawned a cart in, but I think I'm just make my way down there. Boom. Yeah, and this is just unbelievably impressive as well. I mean, this really was a labour of love, wasn't it, at the time? I remember this took a good week or two to get fully set up. It was mainly the obsidian that needed mining. It was like the grind rather than the difficulty of the technical difficulty of getting it done. So those sort of, what was it, 9 layers or 9 stories of portals. They all spawn into that one area. So as you can see, all those slimes are coming through and dropping onto the soul sand where those wither flowers are, which are, I guess they give it the wither effect, which just kills it pretty instantly. He's saying the chickens come through, but he gets, several double chests worth of slime balls over sort of like a night of AFK, which is just incredible, really, isn't it? But now we're at their wither skeleton farm, which again is a mean feat in terms of grinding and stuff like that. So I think they're still in the process of actually covering up all of the, or I guess dismantling the fortress that they've built this on. So as you can see, I remember having one of these, and by having them I mean the ASMR technician, who I've played with quite a lot over the years, built one of these on. I feel like he actually built it when we played a PS4 server. So yeah, as you can see, with the skeleton will aggro you, brings it over to there, and then you can just kill it. I believe we're going to go down the end, and he actually kills one more and gets like a wither skeleton head, which is the odds of that are quite low, aren't they? What is it, like 1 in 50 with the skeleton head, I think, something like that. But yes, I like the design though. The red glass is very cool, and I agree. I've never really messed around with coloured glass or concrete or anything like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that in this server at some point. As you can see, it comes all the way around that side. It's aggroed him there. This is where he gets his head, isn't it? But yeah, these things take ages to do, so well done to them. They've officially got then the slime farm, hence the name Slime & Co. A tree farm, which he said will be optimised, or I don't know if he's making like more than one of those or something, so they kind of work together and you kind of just double the rate, or if there's another way of changing the design or something like that to increase it. But yeah, wood, slime, wither skulls. Yeah, as I said, yeah, and rapidly, Slime & Co. is quickly expanding. But yeah, after this, I came back here to do a little bit of my own kind of work or whatever, and he said that he would take me down to their newest project, which they have been talking about recently, and I was very, very interested. But he said he wanted to keep it secret for a little while, so I was apprehensive at first. I was quite surprised that he asked me to come down, but we're in a jungle biome, absolutely miles away, and I was desperate to go down underneath and see what was going on, but wasn't having any of it. So They coloured the beacons yellow, I believe. It's the only colour glass he had at the time. But it kind of gives a slime and co vibe to the area, which is quite cool. This is the location of the next Slime and Co project, which we have very, very high expectations for. I suppose they are hollowing out all of the ground down there. No idea what they're actually building though. I think, so I'm assuming the ground is being totally hollowed out. This is the second time we've had this conversation. I had originally been shown this just like 2 seconds previous, but the recording failed, so we had to kind of redo that conversation. I guess me telling you that does kind of negate the need to have done it at all, but there we go. At least he does give you some important information if you're interested in what they're up to. But I think they recently recruited Honeydew, so that's interesting. It'd be interesting to see what sort of role they will take on. We are preserving the beautiful nature and completely decimating every inch of stone beneath it. Sounds like a typical Slime and Co project, other than I suppose the slime farm, which decimated that entire few chunks, or however big that was. 28 by 28 area or something like that, I remember. But it's been lovely being shown around by Quotient. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy Minecraft schedule to show me around. I'm doing a little cinematic view now. But let's move on to a few other people's places now. Right, so if all went to plan, I guess I've just shown you the walk around by Quotient. And from now, I guess we'll go head over to another person's space. So let's start with Honeydew, who is actually neighbouring Slime and Co's. There's their tree farm. AFK tree grinder, I don't know what you want to call it. But this is Honeydew's kind of massive compound. And every time I come over here, it gets bigger and bigger and more impressive. I believe the walls used to be made out of wood, and now they've been replaced by, I guess, some sort of red sandstone. Some lovely looking banners. I don't know if this is Slime and Co or if this is just Honeydew. But it's looking amazing. Got a massive redstone kind of gem thing above. The holy redstone crystal, fair enough, big crystal. Whoa. I didn't realise we had a staircase here, this wasn't here before. That goes out over here. I guess you can go to all these little kind of small outposts. I suppose they're all kind of the same, vaguely same thing. No stairs to them yet, but it's all kind of coming along. Gives a nice vantage point if he's ever attacked by anyone on the server, I suppose. However unlikely. And this takes you downstairs, where he's, I guess, growing some trees and... Ooh. Oh yes, I have actually changed the resource pack from the last episode, or the first part, so I hope that isn't jarring to anyone who's watching them in order. I think it just makes it a little bit smoother, a bit nicer in my opinion. So I guess there's a couple of ways to come up. You can go all the way across the bridge, or you can go underneath. And now we're into, I guess, the main kind of compound, which has definitely changed since I've been here. So this is the enchantment and repair building, which does what it says on the tin, I suppose. Got this nice little enchantment area. Paths over here, which is the storage room. Ooh, sorry. Looks like I hope that I've been trusted here, and that it's not just not been claimed, because that's probably not safe to have your storage room unclaimed. Then you've got main house. This is where I guess he lives. Got a few more banners going around. Obviously he owns and runs the banner shop near spawn, so undoubtedly he's good at making the banners. This is the main house. Got a grinder, stone cutter. His dog, I think I've been in here before. I think it kind of wraps around the outside of the agriculture section. It wraps around the outside of the mountain. And an animal farm with some... Ooh, wow. Okay. Wow, yeah, this has expanded. He's been very, very busy. Yes, and then this comes down, and it comes... You can get a lovely view of the mesa from a sort of bedroom, I suppose. I love it when there's lots of different ways of getting around. I love that sort of thing. Main hall, map room. Oh, there's a map room, is there? Is this going to be the map room, or have I missed something? Ah, there's more stuff down here. Oh, wow. So this is going to be... Oh, blimey, he really has my base he's put there. That is a hell of a compound he's got going on, isn't it? That is incredible. Good for him. This is spawn. So that's Brod's place. That is his banner shop, I believe. Can you see? Oh, that's BigLG's old house, and that's my old house as well. This white line is the massive TheASMR banner. That's the staircase. What else have we got then? What else can we identify? There's a few small bases that kind of got abandoned early on. And I'm trying to find Quotient's thing. Or is that further off this way? I think it might be, because it would be amazing to see the big hole in the ground, big quarry on the map, wouldn't it? I guess that's over here. Very cool. Yeah, awesome. Right, so let's keep going. They've got the main hall down this way. Blimey. Green crater. Some kind of... Is this down to a mine, maybe? Maybe, pardon me. Keep hiccuping. This connects it, I guess, to... the... what do they call it? The mine shaft. Maybe this was already a mine shaft that he's kind of cleared out and turned into his own. So this takes you to the green crater. Oh, this is what he calls the green crater then. I like it. Because, yeah, it's all mesa and then there's this random sort of grassy biome in the middle. Is it actually still mesa? Maybe he's put this down himself. What does it say? Oh, it's Badlands. So there's a random small little Badlands biome. I think that is everything to see though. Oh no, there's a few. Of course not. That was just his main house, wasn't it? Some lovely sort of wheat fields going on over here. Another one of those sort of outlook towers. This is not sure what this is. Maybe like a sort of groundskeeper's house or something. Then we've got more. This is like a big tower, kind of styled after a sort of end city tower by the looks of it. So where you'd find shulkers and things. Just think, let me get out. There we go. Got there eventually. Alright then, let's keep moving. Have we been to... This is the main house, right? Main house, and then there's this last building here then, which... I've got a few barrels over here. Cool. I don't know what this is. What's in here? Another sort of bedroom, maybe a guest house or something. But yeah, amazing. It's growing and growing. Bigger every day. It's kind of lining the outside of it with smooth stone by the looks of things. Very cool. But let's move on to the next person. Alright, so now I'm actually going to give people's coordinates away just in case they haven't claimed land or they just feel they want to keep it secret. So I'm at, I think their name is What a Wonderful Life on Discord, but I'm not too sure what their name is on here. So yeah, I think did I just give away their coordinates by doing that? No, it doesn't say it there. Good. So I'm just going to set home to What a Wonderful Life, we'll call it, wall. Just so I can come back here quite easily when I'm doing another showcasing. Now they said that they've built a kind of small cave type thing, and we're in a dark oak forest, which I have been to before. I believe someone called NoobNTroll has built around here before. I don't know their coordinates. I was there a long time ago, a couple of months, a couple of weeks ago even. Let's come down here. Maybe we have to find. It's a cave, so unless they've kind of hidden it or something. Oh. No, perhaps not. Let's get the exact coordinates. Okay, well now I've given the coordinates away, haven't I? I'm sure it'll be fine. So it's 204. Over here. So here somewhere. It is very hidden. Was it in here? No. Maybe I'll have to search around a little bit. Okay, I have found it. It is slightly different coordinates to the coordinates I had down. So there we go. This is oh, what a wonderful life's place. So it's quite a small little cave at the moment. I guess it has access to this lovely little ravine. So it comes. I guess they have cut all the way down. Wow. Okay. Cool. Cool. Look, I love these sort of under mountain builds. So if they're planning on building all the way down here, I am firmly on board. Bit of a storage in here. Another little room in here with a lovely little fireplace. That's nice. I'm guessing that it might be it, considering how long they were online for last time. Yes, that is it. Like the beams that are up as well. Very kind of dwarven mine vibes coming off this, and I'm all for that. Love that sort of stuff. Yeah, and a big ravine as well. So, thank you for saying that. I'm loving what you've done so far. Ooh, some more access as well. Very precarious. But let's make our way up. And we'll move on to the next person. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this place develops. We've all got sort of very different styles going on by the looks of it. Set up in different areas, set up in a just outside here. It's all been claimed, which is good to see. But yeah, cool. Let's move on. Alright, so we're actually back in the spruce biome. And you might be thinking, why are you back in the spruce biome? You only did that in the last part. But there's been a couple of developments. The first development is that I somehow managed to overlook a major build by MF. Another build by him. So always impressing. And it's this lovely greenhouse that he built, which really, I knew about it as well, so I'm kind of surprised I managed, well, I'm not surprised, I forgot. I'm very, I always expect to forget things. So let's just read what it says outside. It's a lovely design, isn't it? Really, really great design. Brilliant stuff, as always. So it says, communal variety farm, message MF for trust. So I'm guessing, I've not been trusted, I'd like a trust please. All produce is placed in rows, please replant what you take. Feel free to breed the bees with flowers, do not hit them. Use shears or bottles on nests to collect the honey. Enjoy. Now, let's have a little look. I love it. God, I love it. It's the vibes that it gives are just so good. What is the difference between that and that? Is this like honeycomb or something? I don't want to. I'm in creative mode to help kind of fly around, so I don't want to break anything, because if I break it, it will just break. And the last time I was here, because when I realised I'd forgotten, I went and had a look, and there were a bunch of bees kind of pollinating all of the plants. So maybe it's in the daytime, so no one's online, so I won't be annoying anyone other than accessing, which is Quotient's kind of AFK account. Time, set, day, and hopefully we'll be able to see the bees come out. Oh, lovely. There we go. Little bees coming out. Now, I don't know if this fire does anything. Smoking it. Does it, maybe it pacifies the bees? Because isn't that a thing that if you kind of throw smoke around a bee, or wasps, they kind of settle down, they calm down? Lack of oxygen or something. Oh, and you can see the sort of pollen coming. Oh, there's lots of honey kind of dripping down into the fire. Oh, there's a witch out there. I love the look of. We won't see it pollinate it. Something kind of drops at the bottom, doesn't it? I believe. Be quite nice to see it. I think we did just see it a second ago. The noises are very nice as well. Oh, they're so cute, aren't they? Wow, lovely. What a lovely addition. This is the sort of stuff I love. Very atmospheric. Gives a lot of character to an area. This is why I would love to get involved in the spruce area. Cool, that is honestly so nice. Thank you for reminding me of that. And I'm very sorry for missing it out, because it's such a lovely build. And now the next one is the completed build by Voldi Strobo. As I said, I'm our resident Italian. And he let me know a couple of hours ago that he'd finished the build that we looked at before, said it was very promising, and I caught a glimpse of it out of the corner of my eye a second ago, and my god, does it look good. We've got some amazing builders on the server at the moment. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my god. Wow, 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 wow. It's kind of like quite an oriental style to it, isn't it? Wow, isn't that amazing? Difficult to access, I have to say. I suppose he's going to sort that out. And a lovely... I didn't even know you could do that, to be honest. Cool. Oh wow, it's what a lovely build as well. These guys, they are... I'm nowhere near this good. I could never build this well. Oh, I see. Do you have to... Oh, I haven't got permission. No worries. Love to see what it looked like with the interior all done as well. Wow. Okay, so we've got some cool builds here at the moment, haven't we? There's all sort of MF stuff. The windmill, his house, the hut. This is another. This is like a horse, a stable, I suppose. Greenhouse. I'm missing something. Oh yes, of course, the brewery. That's in the plains. But I think that might be everything. I'm just going to check over, make sure I'm not missing anyone out. I do think that is everyone. Lovely pink sheep wandering around the spruce biome. One day I will come here. Maybe. Ooh. Because I was thinking about in the last... Well, I've actually already recorded an episode that's coming out tomorrow. I recorded it before this, where I start building the exterior to the big kind of... not big, but the furnace, the super smelter that I've got. I was thinking, oh, should I build the ship over there? But maybe I'll come over here and build it kind of in a dock area around here, considering how many people are here and how kind of vibrant the area is. Maybe it deserves its own dock. I mean, you know, theoretically, if there's lots of people here and there's lots of produce, it's the main producer of iron, which is a big thing, isn't it? It's got its own villager breeder. Yeah, I mean, Cryptic's here. MF's here, one of the best builders I've ever seen, and Voldi, after building this, I have to say the exact same, one of the best builders I've ever seen, like in person. So yeah, awesome. Well done, guys. Thank you very much for notifying me about this, and well, honestly, thank you so much for coming on the server, because you've made the server a very beautiful place. So until the next one, I don't think we're going to have a part 3. There's no need really. I think we've just managed to cover it all. I think there's a few smaller bases that people haven't sent me the coordinates to. So if you do want to send me those, maybe I will have enough material for part 3. If not, I'll just add a sort of 5-10 minute video up anyway. Doesn't really matter, does it? But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you again very shortly in the next one. Bye bye. So as always, I'd like to thank my lovely patrons and all my subscribers, of course, but in particular the patrons who make this server possible. They're on the screen now, if everything's gone to plan. The Chicken Gods, the highest tier on my Patreon, Şevval, Kentham12, WingsOfDawn, and FluentinQuack, who's also known as What a Wonderful Life, who's the most recent patron of the channel, so thank you to you for joining. And Quotient, of course, Chicken Friend, and Minecraft technical extraordinaire on the server. So guys, thanks so much for your ongoing support, and everyone else who leaves comments, likes, and anyone who's subscribed, or just anyone who's even watched one of my videos and enjoyed it. Thanks very much, guys. It's amazing that it's come this far.